Oh, it's recording. Alright, what's up, bitches? I'm gonna go ahead and do the weekly recap right now. Outside, sorry, I just got back from work. In the gym. Alright, let's go ahead and get to it. This was week 5. We're gonna start off with soul-crushing matchup where Kim managed to swallow as much Brogert as possible from Antonio Gates in order for him to nab him 25.7 points needed to crush me like a grape. Really, really upsetting. Antonio Brown just can't do it without Ben Roethlisberger. Very, very frustrating. Jason Witten, very, very average, subpar game. And Travis Benj, Giant Steak really fucked me. On the other side of the ball, Packers defense killed it for Kim with 22 points. And then, Antonio Gates, everyone else seemed to perform as expected. Jordan Matthews and Calvin Johnson still struggling, so that's a bummer. Saved him from going 1-4, and instead he is 2-3. Conveniently enough for me, the silver lining in this is I was able to pick up Chandrick West, or whatever the fuck, Charandrick West, who looks to be the starter in place of Jamal Charles. So we'll see how that works out, but hopefully it'll work out for the better for me. Anyways, moving on. California Hayes versus Bill Cosby's Sleepers. This is obviously Josh versus Perv. Winner was a Perv at 111.6 to 87.8. Really, really poor outing for JP's team with the Ravens D getting him 0 points. And Kobe Fleener getting him only 1.9. Other than that, the rest of his team performed fairly well. Odell with another huge game, 21.9 points. Carlos Hyde back to being productive. Joseph Randall a little bit of a down week, and Alex Smith as the fill-in quarterback this week with Cam Newton on a bye. On the other side of the field, we had Perv with Russell Wilson with a very average game. Melvin Gordon, who looks like to be one of the bigger busts of this draft. With his second rookie running back, T.J. Yeldon, actually put up a really good game with 14.8 points. Probably should have had a little bit better considering it was against Tampa Bay, but respectable nonetheless. And then a huge game again from Devonta Freeman, a guy that I refuse to believe in. I just don't believe in his talent. Don't think what he's doing is sustainable. So for the time being, a Perv is tied for second place. Despite this being a white man sport, the brown man seems to still pull out victories, frustratingly enough. Moving on to Cool Finch versus the newly named Dick Flood, which is a personal favorite of mine. Let's just start with Andy Dalton, man. Top 5 quarterback the rest of the way. He's absolutely killing it. His hair looks fantastic. His throws look even better. And man, Cincinnati just looks on fire, so I don't see that slowing down anytime soon. On the converse side of his team, man, he struggled pretty much everywhere else. Probably attributed to the loss that he had this week. Alfred Morris just is pretty much worthless at this point in the season. I mean, he's not going to get enough touches to be productive. Isaiah Crowell is fine, but every week loses more and more touches to Duke Johnson. Demaryius Thomas still a slow start, and Emmanuel Sanders. One of the two will be productive, but not both every week. Now with Peyton Manning playing the 40-year-old quarterback that he is, and the Jaguars D getting him negative -0.5 points, kind of a bummer. So they made it tough to overcome David's team, who Julian Edelman kills it. Love that dude. DeMarco Murray with his first good game of the season, 6.6 points from Peyton Manning. I think it's safe to say that he is, if not droppable, definitely benchable every single week. That's my advice to you, David. And then Percy Harvin with negative -0.1 points. But the Broncos D pulled it out for him with 24 points, which is pretty outstanding. David moves to 4th place and is tied with Finch for 4th place. I think there's a huge, 6-way tie for 4th place. I'll go over the standings at the very end. In the next matchup, we have Hunter versus Alexander Bryans. Hunter, I don't even know if he pays attention. He posts every now and then, but he fell victim to Alexander Bryans' lucky team that has he has the 3rd lowest points scored, and the by far the lowest points scored against. I think it's almost by 200 he has the lowest points scored against. So, anyways, moving on to the matchup. Hunter just didn't have a good week all around. His highest scoring player being the Seahawks D at 11 points, so made a real tough for him. Eddie Lacy's still a very slow start. Still have faith that he'll turn it around. And on the other side of the ball, they had Matt Forte, model of consistency with 19.4 points, and then Alan Hearns, who looks like to be a solid waiver wire pickup for Brian's this season. Brian's currently in first in the division, or excuse me, in the league with 5 wins and 0 losses. All right, moving on to the last matchup of the week, we have Samson versus Sajin. Now, Samson has the other has this knack of either scoring a shit ton of points or like fucking none. So this week was one of the shit tons of points with pretty much every single person on his team going off. I mean, he put up 159.5 points, which is incredible. I think that might be the highest this season so far. So obviously baller of the week. Tyler Eifert, huge game. DeAndre Hopkins, huge game. Lowest scoring person, Latavius Murray. Don't know what happened there. I mean, Denver's defense is huge. He also has a couple fumbling issues, so maybe they just didn't want to give him the ball with fear that he'd turn it over. But on the other side of the ball, Le'Veon Bell, man, despite the fact he's missing the first 2 games due to smoking that sweet herb, he's still the 7th overall running back. So I think it's safe to say that he'll probably end up number 1 overall, which is pretty outstanding. Other than that, Sajin's team put up a solid week, almost 100 points, but just couldn't squeak out the win. Just due to Samson's pure domination this week. Samson, go ahead and keep that $20. Try and buy some older friends, because I've seen your Facebook photos. And it looks like you're hanging out with fucking children. Don't know if you heard, but we all graduated high school. We shouldn't be hanging out with those people anymore. Alright, moving on to the standings real quick. We'll go over this, and then I'll go ahead and shut this fucker down. In first place, we got Brian's. Second place, we have a Perv. Third place, we have Hunter. Fourth place, we have Samson. Fifth place, we have Sajin. Sixth place, Kim. Seventh place, myself. Eighth place, JP. Ninth place, Dick Flood. I'm not even going to call him by his name because that's way better. And then last place, we have we got the formerly known as the Sheriff, LL Cool Finch. Alright, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up. I got shit to do other than fuck around with you guys about fantasy football. Hope everyone's doing alright, and hope everyone still continues. Oh god, please no more injuries. Yeah, please no more injuries, especially my fucking team. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.